over the next one of the weapons of the it's all pain from the hatred. Let's really ever end. Then he rose with the questions to the judge, the pressure, why the hell? Still no answers. Breathe and let him go. Breathe and canoe. Find the love in the hatred in the multitude of life. Bring the one the canoe. Lazarus is love too much to ask, and the lands of the lost, lost with many faces and less humanity. Whatever happens to the truth, for the lies against the tribe, for the flames of genocide and the arrested youth population locked in jail all across the land. Free canoe, let him go. Free Namdi canoe, yeah, don't go wrong. Find the love in the hatred in the multitude of life. Bring the one the canoe. Lazarus, with your lips we are one.
Please, as you are joining, like and share. As you are joining, like and share.
You have all that is mine. Remember, heaven won't let liars in. To deprive me, to despise me,
They despise us in Nigeria.
me. You don't me.
Free canoe. Letting go. There's done no wrong.
Free canoe.
He has done no wrong.
Find love in the hatred in the multitude of life. Free the one the canoe. Let them leave on them go.
Please, as you are joining, like and share. As you are joining, like and share.
Master Simon Epa, the Prime Minister, A woman I can look Yakata, Zekata,
I'm watching it. Please like and share.
Nkwe lokine mesolo divine. Ora na oge n'ụtụtụ. Mana gase. Amenu mala ikwechi. Ibanyelu happy mobo de richin. When they tried and failed. Amata nora pugi na sununu. One with God is majority. Otu ọkụkọ wada, ma nwa ọkụkọ ma mgbe ọsọ. Nenu ya tọda madata n'ike na-ebube. Ya bara nabago. Mazi Simon Ima. Ya bara nabago. Kanyi nabata no Prime Minister. Ya bara nabago.
Almost hate Biafrans. But save almost hate Biafrans.
Our enemies are falling down.
Our enemies are falling down. I can't see how I go on. Fulani are lamenting now. That hand in which they want to feed us with poison have entered their mouths. MNK promised them. How many are we going to talk? Who are we going to?
Hello, Prime Minister. Please take the stage. Sign, oh, yo. Apike kuwoka wanyakanuku.
No talk about it. They are complaining now in their National Assembly.
And we are safe in your hands, yo. Makanina bebu yo. Ana bagari, ana bagari, ana bagari, ana bagari, ana bagari, ana bagari, ana bagari for Prime Minister.
All those people running around, all those people ganging up, running around, secretly going to finish embassy, complaining about Simon. Ever since Finnish authority, Simon how far have peace been restored in Southeast. They said he's the one because of insecurity. Ever since he's out of the sea, that peace returned to Southeast. Now they've confirmed they are safer in his hand more than now. Please like and share. Good morning. Like and share. Good afternoon, good evening, depending on your location.
What Mazelam the gun is going through. You walk in and
We don't want wait, and we cannot afford to fail this time. We cannot afford to fail this time. We cannot afford to fail this time. Now let's listen to what MNK, our amiable leader, told us 2 weeks before he was sold to the enemy. Then you ask yourself question: are you among these men he talked to?
There's one thing I want all of us to understand this very evening. We are facing a very formidable array of enemies, both external and within. And we are going to overcome each and every one of these obstacles. That I can assure you.
We are going to overcome those amazing.
That the God we worship is an invisible God, not a God that was wrought by the hands of men.
The word of the prophet.
We can never ever worship idols. Is impossible. This very family, this IPOB belongs to the Most High. And that is how it's going to be until Biafra comes down.
I agree to I agree to.
This evening, I want to place it on record that our enemies are intensifying their attack against us.
When he made this statement, we never knew that Ngozi will penetrate, but we will overcome.
Or complaints. I am only trying to prepare our people for what is to come. You are being prepared for what is to come. The time has come to separate the chaff from the wheat itself.
Exactly.
Our march is very, very near.
Our march is very, very near.
The enemies are trembling, they are quaking, they are doing all they can to try to stop us.
They cannot stop
us.
But
they have failed.
They have failed.
Very woefully. And they will continue to fail.
They will continue to
but I want to say that we are getting attacks from everywhere.
Attacks from everywhere.
From everywhere all over the world. And very soon, they will buy over some of you.
Have they bought you?
Some of you, they will buy some of you over.
Ask yourself this question: have they bought you over?
And this faction are still in some of you. When the time comes, they'll buy you over. I am not doing this program tonight to ask all of you to be strong. I am doing it to remind you, not that if they succeed in buying you over, you're not going to stop what you're doing.
You're not going to stop.
You cannot. Not in 1 trillion years. But I need you to appreciate one very simple fact. That at the end of this very race, everybody will testify that indeed people the Gabriel, the same God of Israel, of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the same God of Immaculate, the same God of Unwe,
please like and
the
share.
Same God of Oraim, the same God like of Unwe, the same God of Arokipu. Not if you know about the true God, one true God. You will know that indeed, not only is he omnipotent, that same God is the owner of this very agitation. No human being can stop it.
No human being can.
We have enemies, and we need to be very, very careful, both within and without. Very, very careful. The next 2 weeks will be very pivotal.
Next 2 weeks will be very.
Next 2 weeks will be very, very important in the life, or should I say, in this very mission that we have embarked upon. The devil will do everything. And you are going to watch spectacularly how we are going to destroy and shame the enemy.
Yes.
At the end, every glory and adoration will belong to God and not to man.
Exactly.
Now let us go and tell you what is happening that some of you do not understand. I want those of you who are hardcore, those who we are chosen before you were born. There were some people who were chosen before they were born
their mother's womb
to agitate for Biafra restoration. This is a message for you. Those who from their mother's womb they were born
to
do this very work. You must be very, very strong. Because Biafra will open the eyes of black people all over the world. Because Biafra will mean that blacks from America, blacks from the Caribbean, from Southern America, they will all flood into Africa.
Do you see the kind of nation you are fighting?
It will be like the time that Yeshua was born. Biafra is like a light, a beacon. They will follow it. They will say, let us go and see what is happening there. That is what these colonialists do not want. They don't want Biafra to come. I'm telling our people so they understand. The mountains, I didn't say one mountain, the mountains in front of us that we need to overcome. And for us to overcome it, we need to be very strong mentally, mental strength.
Mental toughness.
Just like when you're doing anything in life, and it appears as if you are being buffeted from everywhere. That is the time that you no longer rely on willpower or your muscles. You go to your brain to endure and to persevere and to keep going until you overcome. That is the stage we are in right now. To make sure that our brain is in gear to confront everything the Janjaweed has to throw at us. We don't have money. Their budget is over $20 billion to fight us. They can bribe Facebook, they can buy them off. They can do anything they like. They can come to some of you and bribe you off. They can promise you what you've never had before. They can give you maybe a house in Dubai. They can promise you a vehicle. They can tell you, oh, we'll make you vice president. They can promise you anything to make sure that you're like them. But this very IPOB, this very hardcore is not going to move. And I will tell you why we can't move.
All right, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on your time zone and depending from where you are watching us from. This is Biafra Watchman TV. We are live and we are direct. We are here to speak that bitter truth and we are here to set the record straight. Today is the first time of coming across our video and you like the way we are propagating this gospel of Biafra without fear or favor. Please like, subscribe, and share as you are joining. Just like and share. Very important. Let me start. You all have seen the caption, the hand in which they want to use to feed us poison. That hand have entered their mouth. I can see her. Abagohanon. But before I proceed, there is something there which I have, for a couple of weeks now, I have been laying much emphasis on this, which is the aim of this new colonialist. This thing MNK said here is what is going on, is the battle that is going on in Burkina Faso now. I told some people that they see that Ibrahim Traoré wanted to stop this new colonialist from Africa. And this same new colonialist, like I told some people, they are the reason why that they don't want to give Biafra listening ears. MNK said he had engaged a lot of political analysts, a lot of all these Western pundits, that each time he mentions Biafra, they will just stand up and go. You know why? They believe that the coming of Biafra will open the eyes of Africa, the black nation. There was a program I made. I said, most of us don't understand the nation we are fighting to restore. We want to restore a nation that will bring back the dignity of a black man. That is the nation we are fighting to restore. They know our capability. They know what we are capable of doing because most of our people are working. They are professionals in their various nations, all these Western countries. Our people are professionals in their various countries. They know their input. They know what they can, offer. There was a video I saw yesterday. This Google map was invented by an Igbo guy in USA. This Google map. The guy sold it at the rate of $1 billion. So these guys, they know us very well. And they believe that if they allow these people to go, that will be the end of white supremacy. So they don't want to give listening ears to Biafra. That is why they will buy us in numbers, massacre us, do all sort of things. There's no mainstream media that will carry out our audio. How many times have Biafrans protest right in front of BBC headquarters, but they never aired it. They never aired it. So shockingly, they now discover that that's their fear that made them not to give listening ear to Biafra. Ibrahim Traore just stood up to resist them. And they said, wow, so does it mean that these guys, and there is something one of the former president of France said. He said, with what is going on and the way of awareness and consciousness that is spreading across the globe, that there's the handwriting on the wall that their time in Africa is up, that he blames Emmanuel Macron, that Emmanuel Macron, out of his stupidity, he has made the blacks, especially Africans, to open their eyes, that their days are numbered, even their time is up in Africa. So, Biafrans, I want you guys to know the kind of nation we are trying to restore. Check all over the world. There was one American man, a black American man. The man cautioned America and told America, we have pleaded with every government or every administration that assumes power in America to give them their land where they will settle the way they did to Israel, but they never. Now, the African brother, Ibrahim Traore, have now stood up to resist their new colonialist, imperialist mindset. And they decided to get the guy down that they cannot sit or they cannot stand by and watch this happen. That it can never. Just ponder the kind of nation Biafra will be. Biafra will be a complete rainbow nation because we have children all over the world, different colors. For restore Biafra, imagine how that nation will be. Look at our children back home without no assistance. Look at the kind of things they are building. Look at the kind of inventions. Look at the kind of inventions, things they are inventing. How much more if we have Biafra? All these electric cars, 10 years is too far. We'll start manufacturing virtually things we are using by ourselves. That is why we have to take this Biafra freedom very, very serious. That is why we have to take this Biafra restoration very, very serious. It's now or never. If we fail, we have no excuse to give because everything is on our side now. Everything is on our side for us to succeed. Well, let me concentrate on the topic that made me to come to this morning broadcast. According to Biafra time, you know, I can see her Bagohon. They are now lamenting. That in which they plan, that in which they wish for Biafra, the thing they boomerang go. It has boomeranged. Right in their National Assembly, they were lamenting what Boko Haram, ISWAP, all the whole terrorist organization in which they themselves have groomed. What is causing them? Let me play the lamentation of this one in National Assembly. Just pay attention.
Comments or observations or comments? I start with Honorable Gadi. I'm from Plateau State. Mr. Speaker, you will only understand the heaviness of the content of this motion if we are privileged to see the picture of what Boko Haram did to Giwa barracks and other attacks within military formations in Borno State. Mr. Speaker, the pictures I saw, I'm scared. I am scared whether the safety of the Nigerian civilians within the Nigerian territorial land can be guaranteed. Mr. Speaker, we budgeted for money, arms and ammunitions, tanks numbering more than 40, including other platforms that belongs to the Nigerian military that is aimed at safeguarding our people have been taken away worth trillions of naira by Boko Haram. How can we guarantee the safety of the Nigerian people in the circumstance that the platform that are meant to protect these people have been taken away by the enemies of the people? Mr. Speaker, we have been doing our best under your leadership. The National Assembly have been speaking on issues of insecurity. But Mr. Speaker, actions by departments of government must be taken. Mr. President must hold Nigerian military strategic commandants and other head of security agencies accountable for negligence of their responsibility. In as much as we appreciate, Mr. Speaker, the security agencies for putting their life at the front line to protect Nigerians, to make sure Nigerians sleep, we must hold somebody accountable. That taxpayers' money used to buy guns, used to buy other platform for Nigerian military to fight, will be compromised and be donated like a form of free of charge to the enemies of this country. Mr. Speaker, this is unacceptable. I want to say again and again, Nigerians are being killed on daily basis from the north to the south, to the west, to the east, and we are here for Nigerians. Mr. Speaker,
so it's no longer MNK that is causing the killing. It's no longer Simon that is causing the killing.
It's not enough. Mr. Speaker, if it means facing agencies of government as a National Assembly to ensure that publicly we bring them to account for their responsibility and to account for their negligence of responsibility, we have to do that. Mr. Speaker, I will send you intelligence of the picture of the arms and ammunition of the platforms that have been taken away.
Afghanistan is about to Afghanistan is about to play in Nigeria.
Other representative of government are first to issue statement undermining the supremacy of the chief security officer of the state.
You people are recruiting Boko Haram, sending them to Southeast to buy people.
And someone within the comfort of his
when you guys were recruiting Boko Haram, what did you think?
Nigerians are killing. This is unacceptable. Mr. Speaker, we must stand up and find a way of bringing this issue of insecurity to order. Otherwise, you and I is the same. No matter how Nigeria respect us, we are moving to a level that Nigerians will pass the way they fight criminals and the way they fight Boko Haram. Until the right thing is done by us here, until we speak for the Nigerian people, until we draw line, until we tell government what we are supposed to tell government, and until government respond by action, not by media or press statement. Do not hope, Mr. Speaker, that any member of the National Assembly is safe to move, not by bandits, not by Boko Haram, by the people that elected you and I. Time will come, if action is not taken, that Nigerians will take their destinies in their own hands. Okay. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for giving me the opportunity.
I believe you all have heard him. MNK told them, you see these bandits, you see these ones you guys groom. Eh? Do you see these bandits who they groom? They will one day take over your land. You see, as I'm saying it, you should write it down in a piece of paper. It never ends there. According to Vanguard News, let me read out what is going on in that northern part of damnation. A lot is going on there. A lot they play there. I read. This one is from from Vanguard. other national dailies, other damnation national dailies carried it out. A member of House of Representatives, Aminu Jaji, has lamented the worsening insecurity situation in Zamfara State, saying things have degenerated to a point where babies, pay attention, things have degenerated to a point where babies in captivity, we are fed to dog owned by insurgents. In other ways, they carry babies, they give dog, make dog eat. They carry babies, they give dog, make dog they eat. That is the situation. That is the current situation in that northern part of damnation. Jaji, a member of All Progressive Congress, the same people, also dismissed call for the engagement of mercenaries. The same man lamenting this is dismissing the call. Dismissing, you know what? Dismissing the calls for the engagement of mercenaries to assist the military in the fight against insecurity. Now him they complain here. Now him they still they discharge. They say no, you know what, man, foreign mercenaries come to assist the military. They are complaining that are responsible, that their complacencies have caused them to lose ammunition worth of trillions of naira. They never see anything. Kama Jiono, na Kama hold them. The lawmaker who represents Kaora, Namoda, Benin, Magaji, Federal Constituencies, Zamfara State, stated this on Wednesday while addressing journalists at National Assembly Complex, Abuja. He also kicked against the declaration of state of emergency in the state. The same man also kicked against declaration of state of emergency in the state. Nothing that nation's military forces can secure the nation if they were well equipped and motivated. You see, I never see anything. Narrating his people's ordeal, the lawmaker said a pregnant woman was abducted. She gave birth to a set of twins in captivity. Then the leader of the bandit took the twins and threw them at his dog. Oh, the same thing they did to us during the Biafra war. Even the pogrom in the north. Karma. Don't joke with karma because karma is real. You see, karma is real. I'm reading. The leader of the bandit took the twins and threw them at his dog. The dog ate them up, one after the other. This is something that we need to rise to the occasion. We need to speak to ourselves. Something needs to be done. He advocated the use of technology in the fight against insecurity, ruling out mercenaries option, saying, I don't believe that in Nigeria we need mercenaries to prosecute the war against terrorism. Then, is this not Okochwuna, the same people? You know, MNK told these people that since you guys' eyes is fixated in Biafra, that they should market this war that if they fail to allow Biafra to go, that Somalia will be a paradise to Nigeria. Now the question you should ask yourself, this kind of thing going on in that damn nation called Nigeria, is it happening in Somalia? Nigeria currency is the worst currency currently in Africa. Even Somalia currency has value more than even Nigerian currency. Even Somalia, they enjoy electricity. Somalia, they enjoy security more than Nigeria. Is this not the word of a prophet coming to pass. The same man that prophesied this, the same man that told them this, they are still holding him. When you see what happened to Pharaoh and Egypt, will be a child's play to what will happen or what is to come in Nigeria. MNK told them that time shall come. They will be begging Biafrans to go. You know, at a point, Egyptians were begging Israelites to leave. Mona go, I beg, Mona carry on our wahala go. Gradually, we are coming to that very point where they will be begging, please let these people go. Let this Biafra go. Kayamari high in area. They will be begging Biafrans to go. Kayamari high in area because they never see anything or they hardly see anything. That hand, the poison. I can see a harbor now. Now, if you look, these ones now complaining this thing. Every day they are sending military. Now you ask yourself, that bomber jet that killed family in Imo State, does it mean that bomber jet cannot fly in that northern part of that nation? Every day they are sending military. Every day they are sending military to Biafra land, buying innocent women and children, causing tension, putting fear, militarizing our region. From Oka, from our nature to Oka, you know how many military checkpoints. And these guys, they are only there to facilitate either the kidnapping from bandits or they are extorting money from our people. This is what our people are seeing. But look at the north, like MNK told them, as they are focusing their eyes in Biafra land, all their flanks will be open. By the time the ones that came from that northern part of Nigeria will return back to their ancestral land or the where they come from, from that north, they will have no place to call their home because bandits and terrorists whom they have groomed will take over their land. Before our very eyes is playing out. It's playing out. They never see anything, no. They never see anything. They never see anything. More. Yeah, Nigeria. the next attack will be in that their seat of power, being Abuja. The next attack will be in that seat of power, Abuja. That is where the terrorists they've groomed will attack again. The thing they are doing to Biafrans, they are recruiting in the name of repentant Boko Haram. Their sole aim is to indoctrinate them, integrate them into the military, and then send them down to Southeast to come and be buying our people. Now, as they are integrating them into the military, these ones are doing what? Paving way for their followers, for their fellow terrorists who are still in the bush. Some people will say, let just act as if you have surrendered. They will take care of you. Then from there within be giving us information because you see how they are ransacking the barracks. They are taking over barracks. And before they could do this thing, they have insider. They have insider, and all these terrorists they are integrating into their military formations and military parastatals on apparatus. They were the people giving the ones in the field information. This is the time to come. This is the time to strike. We have paved way. The coast is clear. You cannot enter. They thought they are doing Biafrans. Is it that not? Eh? Is it that not in Nigeria? When Aro game hadia. Aro game hadia. They never see anything. I can see her. On a bona honeymoon. network is very bad. I'm having some challenges with network. I don't know if I'm coming out loud and clear. Please, if you can hear me, write it in the comment section. Please, if you can hear me, write it in the comment section, please. Can you hear me? The network is disturbing. If you can hear me, write it in the comment section. Yes, I hear you. Please. I am waiting. Can you hear me? If you can hear me, please write yes in the comment section. I don't know if anyone here watching me can hear me. Can you hear me? Am I coming out? Anyways, let me just be talking. So what I'm saying in a nutshell is this. I can see how they are now complaining. They are now lamenting. These are the things they wished for us. All those things they wished for us, it have returned back to them. And many more will still return back to them. Many more will still happen to them for trying the children of the book, for persecuting us unjustly just because we said we are tired of this union. This union is not doing us good. The more we remain in this union, the more we defy our people. We are Omochukwu Okike Abiyama. We are covenant people. Stay in Nigeria is adulterating us. We have to go. It's time for us to go and worship our God. Allow us to go. They said, no, we go nowhere. Despite our contribution in that damnation called Nigeria, despite our contribution, yet, despite all the promises they made to our fathers when they surrendered to them, they promised them 3 hours reconstruction, rehabilitation, and reconciliation. Out of these 3 hours, they never fulfilled one. They never fulfilled any. They never. We are suffering, and they believe that our suffer is their is our suffer is the source of their how will I put it now? Is the source of their joy. Now, okay, go around now. You know, when we were many years ago, when MNK and IPOB we are lamenting of what is happening today. They call them warmonger. They call us warmonger. That we are all just creating tension where there is no tension. That we are instigating violence. Today, what is going on? The whole damnation and an abagaragara. And an abagaragara, the whole damnation, everybody they hear them. And that's so it go continue to be. That's so it go continue to be until they allow us to go. Failure to do so, anaga abagide kwagaragara until they allow us to go. Until they allow us to go. Yes. Look at after how many years they are even light. They are still using light, electricity for campaign. After how many years they are still talking about building roads. Whereas other nations are advancing in technology. Now we are in no longer Microsoft generation. We are in AI generation. Now, in fact, according to this guy, Elon Musk said the target is that 10 years from now, robots will be the one doing virtually everything. Robots will be the one doing everything. Robot will carry pregnancy. You know, that's the generation we are into now. But in that damnation, they are yet to have steady light. And only that, the little one they could give them. Even if people pay for the electricity they don't even use. Country whereby the highest denomination of their currency cannot even afford loaf of bread. Cannot even afford loaf of bread. Then when we did, you'll be asking people who are putting their hope in that country, at what point, when we they are on their own, when do they even think that the country will somehow be okay, somehow be better? Country that the highest currency cannot buy loaf of bread. Look at for people to eat is a problem. If there happens to tell you that somebody will come into power and the person, the one that left, will be better off than the one that will enter into power, what will you ever believe so? That the one that will enter into power will be better than the one that left, of which you know that the one that presidency, because according to them it was presidency. Now Biafrans or the Nigerians, why are they not using presidency in this era of Tinubu? Why are they calling President Tinubu, but then the one that left office they are calling presidency? When it is presidency, why are they not referring presidency in this very own, these guys own, this Tinubu own? In this Tinubu regime, why are they not referring it as presidency? But in the one that left off then, they were referring presidency. That's to tell you that what MNK said and what we Biafrans, we are saying then about the one that was in power, that that's to tell you that is nothing but the truth. That is to tell you that is nothing but the truth. No longer presidency. Now they are calling him by his name, President Tinubu, Tinubu, Tinubu. But the last one was presidency. So Biafrans, I can say Habana Hono. And we must continue. We will continue to push, nevertheless, regardless. We shouldn't allow what we are seeing today to distract us, because Ngozi and her Alamajiris, they are only there to distract us. They are only there to make us to lose focus, to remove our eyes from the ball. We cannot allow them. Our eyes must be on the ball, because we have a great task. We should not forget the kind of nation we want to restore. We want to restore a nation that will be a beacon of hope to Africa, to black man all over the world. So we have to focus. We have to put our eyes on the ball. We will never relent and we will never give up. We saw the people he was parading. And then this woman, the desperation in her, is something else. Look at the people she paraded. I don't know, say USB forces. Can you imagine? You know that these ones are just touts, assembled touts. Imokori, assembling tout for her rather. We are watching her, but like MNK said, we will watch how they will spectacularly fail. That we have a lot of enemy, both external and within. We can see it. We can see the activities of the enemies within. We can see what they are doing, but how they fail, they must fail. You see this Biafra. You see this Biafra we are pursuing. This Biafra we are pursuing. We must achieve it, and they cannot distract us. They cannot distract us. The time they distract us has gone. Our eyes must be on the ball. Our eyes must be on the ball. We will keep pushing. And this time around, we will make the right steps and the right decision. You see this Biafra? We must make the right steps and the right decision to achieve this Biafra. Yes. According to PM Mazi Simon, he said, if you warrant him, dining and shaking devil to make sure that Biafra comes. he will do it. And in the words of MNK, MNK said, if you know whatever you can do for this Biafra to come, you should go and do it. So we are still urging ourselves, if any of us, so long as you are a Biafran, if you know the route, if you know the steps, if you know whatever you can do, if you know any length you can go, if you know connections you have, if you know, contacts you have that will help us, that will make this Biafra to be restored. One day, don't look anybody face. Harness their contacts and harness their connections. The most important thing is Biafra. So long as we restore this, so long as now this Biafra is restored, checking now. That is the sole aim. That is the main goal. That is the main goal. Biafra. Yes, that's the main goal. So we should continue. Regardless, we must continue. We must continue to be pushing. We must continue to be pushing. We must continue to be harnessing the connections and contacts we have, because the wind of change, the wind of freedom is blowing in Africa. And we cannot allow this moment to pass us by. Yes, at this very point in time, all hands must be on deck. This moment must not pass us by. No matter what, it must not pass us by. We must utilize this moment, because there is this wave of, awakeness that is going on in African nation and, across the globe by Black people. That time, which have been predicted long ago, that time shall come once the Black people come together and understand and realize their common enemy. Just know that their freedom and emancipation has come or is at hand. We have seen that the enemy of Africa and the enemy of Blacks are these Westerners. And they always make sure they use puppets among us. They always make sure they use some stooges among us. But this time around, we cannot tolerate both them, the neo-colonialists and the puppets among us. We cannot. We can't continue. We can't continue despite the resources, despite all the things we have, despite the human capital, despite the natural resources we have, yet we are still regarded as the poorest. We are still regarded as the poor, not even regarded, we are still the poorest of the poor. Despite the resources, what is sustaining the world is from Africa. Then you ask then the question you should be asking yourself, all these African puppets to the West, is it a crime for them to say, no, enough is enough? You have exploited us for centuries. Allow us to build ourselves so that we can compete with you guys. Not every year we'll be seeking for loan. Every year we'll be seeking for grants. For how long will these guys take these loans and grants? For how long? And you have all it takes. You have all it takes for you to develop your place. Even they themselves, being the white, they owns nothing. There was a white man I met when I was living in Vietnam. The guy told me he has worked, he knows Nigeria very well. Immediately he cited me, he said, "You are from Nigeria?" I said, "Yes." We were discussing. He said, "Man, money there in Nigeria." Even they speak Pidgin. He was naming places for me in Port Harcourt. Say my Bonny, both Bonny Island, telling me a lot of places. Port Harcourt, Abuja, Enugu, telling me places. Say, man, He's from Italy. He's an Italian man. He said, if Italy have just one oil well, not block, just one oil well, no European nation can compete with them. So no European nation can compete with them. He said money full street. Say money full our place. Say sometimes he wonder what we are doing outside. But he said, anyways, you understand. The man told me that the problem we have is our leaders and politicians. That sometimes they themselves will be asking, are these people normal? Are these people human beings? Why would they like to enslave their people just for selfish interest? But they will say, well, what concerns them? So long as they are making their money. This is what this man told me. Said, we have money. In fact, no Nigeria ought to be outside Nigeria. He's also working in oil company in Vietnam because Vietnam have oil, but their oil you cannot compare it with that of Nigeria or Biafra. Say the day the company, transfer or posted him to Vietnam, that he cried. Said because the things he was enjoying in Nigeria, he can't enjoy it here. The man told me that any barrel of oil that leave the shores or they drill from this Vietnam, they account for it. See, they even have machines that dictates, or that measures the number of barrel they drill on daily basis. But in Nigeria, it's not so. See, the man told me, said in Nigeria, it's not so. So look at in the midst of abundance. This Vietnam you are seeing, they fought war, very brutal war. They fought war with France and US. They fought war with France and US, two world superpower nations. But look at Vietnam. So, Biafrans, we have to continue. We will not give up. You see this Biafra, I got chugide this Biafra, ma nweta this Biafra. Ma ọ sọrọ ekwensu, ma ọ sọrọ ya, ma ọ sọrọ ndị mmụọ, ma ọ sọrọ ha. Na ihe anyị ma, you see determination. The things that govern this life is determination and believing and facing reality. One of the things that is, making us to look as if this Biafra is a mirage is because we are yet to face reality. Our people, it's high time we face reality and remove emotions and wishful thinking and imagination and face reality. You don't get freedom by imagination. You are just imagining that this is what will happen. No. What is that reality before you now? With the reality before you now, you can know the best decision, the best steps, the best, connections and contacts you can pull up to get what you want. But if you think that by wishful thinking or by imagination that you will get this Biafra, we are just wasting our time. This is the problem I'm having with people. And one thing is that I cannot stop because I'm involved. Had it been I'm not involved in this Biafra issue, once I bring my opinion, you kick against it, I would just say, oh, what concerns me to my tent is about. So long as I'm involved, I must be saying that truth. We should remove emotions. We cannot use Christian mentality to fight for this Biafra because Christian mentality is all about belief, hope, and miracle, of which belief is not reality, hoping is not reality. you know, and this is what they use to cage the mindset of people. They will make you to start believing on what, according to Bible, they said, blessed are those who have not seen but believe. If you be and this is what is holding Christians down today. I believe in what is this reality before me. We need Biafra, yes. What is the reality before us now in getting this Biafra? The reality is that the people we are trying to liberate ourselves from, these people, they have money, they have contacts. Then what must we do to liberate ourselves from them? Is a question. We have to look for our own contacts. We have to use what we have to get what we don't have. These guys, they cannot just sleep on one day and call us, say, go. No, we have to pressure them. We have to pressure them, pressure them. Since Nigeria is, if you watch, they are allied to the West. Yes, we have to say it. They are allied to the West because most of these Western nations, they are milking Nigeria, including America. Including America. Because ExxonMobil, they are the owner. Not even they are the owner. The family that owns the ExxonMobil is the richest family in the world, richest family. They have shares in ExxonMobil. And that ExxonMobil is in Nigeria. Are you talking about Ajib? Most of all these oil companies in Nigeria, they are owned by West. And they have interest there. And they are the ones shielding and covering Nigeria in the atrocities they are perpetrating. So we have to do what? We have to look the other way around. You have to look the other way around. I will keep saying it. I don't want to, anybody can say whatever I want to say. But one thing about me is this, that reality which I know, I will always say it out. If you like, you believe. If you like, don't believe. At the end of the day, the reality will hit all of us. And when reality hit all of us, you will realize that had it been you know, you would have started on time to face the reality than to be giving yourself hope, giving yourself wishful thinking and living in imagination. It cannot help. It has never helped. And it will not help in our own time. This is the message I said, let me pass this morning. Don't forget, like the caption of this broadcast, the hand, I can't see her, abago on. Aka ha ji wee tinye poison n'ọnụ ọba na ha ọnụ. Ọ na-adazi kitikiti katakata na north now. Ọ na-adazi kitikiti katakata na north now. They are no longer finding it funny. They are not finding it funny. They are getting it hot. They are getting it hot. So I don't know if anybody can call to make contribution, When it comes to calling, I don't know if I don't know if there is anybody out there to call in. I don't know if there is anybody out there to call in. Call. The number to call is there. At least you can see the number to call. The number is right there in the comment section. The number is there for you to call in. It seems nobody is there to call. If nobody want to call, I end the broadcast. If nobody is here to call, the people who said I should be coming live, now I'm coming live for them to call to make their contribution. I'm not coming live. They're no longer calling. But they are the people disturbing, saying you promised to come live, but you are not coming live. Now I am live here. Now I am live. I'm even asking for you guys to call in. Now I'm live for you guys to call in. I don't see anybody calling. All right. I have to call it a day. I have to call it a day. Have a wonderful day. Thank God it's Friday. Today will bring a fruitful day for us. Ọ na-eme n'iru ya nọrọ n'azụ. Ọ na-eme n'azụ ya nọ n'iru. Osisi ọ na-afụla ya atụ mkpe. Ufere ya amajiri ya onu. Onye si n'isi anyị ga-awa aja. Orukwanụ nke e wee chụwa. Onye osi na anyị nwa. Ọfọ ya ọfụkpa anya. Onye ahụ anya nke ya akpa akpọ. Onye ọbụla ọsị n'ọfụ anyị na ọ na-afụ anyị na ọ na-afụkpa anya. Anya ahụ o ji afụ anyị ga-akpọ. Because na anyị ga-adị ka echi. Echi ya da agwụrụ agwụ. Ihe ahụ okwu ekwusịrị ṅụọ iyi. Ihe ahụ ekwu ekwusịrị kụọ ọfọ n'ala. Ihe ahụ ekwu ekwusịrị moo oji. I greet you all lovers of freedom. I greet you all. Peace and love. Once more, we'll be leaving the stage by playing this song.
He feels the groans of his people, the tears in their eyes. Hears over the next fall from the weapons of the foe. He saw the pain from the hatred. Will it really ever end? Then he rose with the questions to the judges that press on by the hill. Still no answers. Free Kanu, let him go.
Free Kanu, let him go.
Free Nnamdi Kanu. He has done no wrong.
He has done no wrong.
Find love in the hatred, in the multitude of lies. Free Nnamdi Kanu. Let them praise. It's not too much to ask for, and the less of the lost, Lord with many faces and bless humanity. Whatever happened to the truth, was the lies against the tribe.
Lies against the tribe.
Of genocide and arrested youth for tutelage, trapped in jail. all across the land. Free canoe, let it go. Free Namdi canoe, yes, don't go wrong. Find your love in the hatred is the multitude of life. Free the one the canoe, let them race. With your lips we are one, with your heart we are none. You have all that is mine. Remember, heaven would let liars in. You deprive me, you despise me.
Despise Igbos, allow them to
You
go now.
mistreat me. You plunder me. Free canoe, let it go. Free Namdi canoe, yes, don't go wrong. Find your love in the hatred, in the multitude of life. Free the one the canoe, let them
Free the one canoe, let them go.
leave or them go.
All right. Enjoy your weekend. I greet you all. Have a wonderful day.